Watching this area here, yeah. Watch the fire and the molten metal spewing off as the bridge collapses. Watch, goes along. Watch. Look, see that? Look, little explosions. Okay, why is a bridge that's been hit by a ship over there having explosions over here? Keep watching. Let's keep watching it. Look, bang, explosion, explosion, both at the top and the bottom, explosion, explosion again. More smoke coming out of it. Look, on fire as it's going down. There we go, right there on fire. Ready? Look, here's the smoke in the air here. Keep watching. Look, watch it again. Watch here. Look, fire, 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 fire. See? Steam as it hits the water. Funny, look, more fire, loads of fire. They demolished the bridge, people. Wait.
At this point, we do not believe that we're going to find any of these individuals still alive. We are going to suspend the active search and rescue efforts.
What remains of that structure, now piles of twisted metal on top of a container ship after a nightmare unfolded early this morning.
The whole bridge just fell down.
A camera was recording around 1:30 a.m. You can see cars crossing the bridge as a ship called the Dolly, with smoke pouring out of it, gets dangerously close to one of the bridge's pillars and then hits it, sending the massive bridge tumbling into the water.
Be advised, the entire bridge, the entire key bridge is in the harbor.
Officials say an 8-person construction crew was on the bridge fixing potholes. You can see lights blinking from their parked vehicles before the roadway crumbled. Rescuers found 2 survivors. Authorities say 6 people are missing. The construction company told NBC News they are presumed dead.
Yo! What the
Toby Guttermuth had just gotten off work and captured this stunning video.
I saw what I thought was cargo falling off the front of the ship, causing some splashing. So I started recording.
What do you think when you look at the video now?
Still in shock, definitely, in disbelief.
Can't believe it happened, you know.
Toby and his friend Christian Miller telling me they narrowly escaped the disaster.
You had gone across that bridge?
Oh yeah, we went across that bridge.
Within
30 minutes, roughly.
Of the accident?
Yep.
And we're ready to leave and go across that bridge again at any minute.
What did it sound like when the ship made impact?
You could just hear scraping, metal debris hitting the water.
And tonight, we're learning about remarkable efforts that likely save lives. Video shows the last 2 cars crossing the bridge about 30 seconds before the bridge fell. The ship had sent a mayday signal before the collision, allowing authorities to stop any other vehicles from going across.
I need one of you guys on the south side, one of you guys on the north side, hold all traffic on the key bridge. There's a ship approaching, has just lost their steering. So until you get that under control, we gotta stop all traffic.
How is it that traffic was stopped in time, civilian traffic across the bridge?
That is heroic work of some of our state law enforcement officers. They undoubtedly saved lives with their actions.
Authorities say the ship had lost power and propulsion. You can see the lights go off and on multiple times before it hit the bridge. Shipping company Synergy Marine Group says the crew did not suffer injuries, and it's cooperating with the investigation. President Biden vowing the bridge will be rebuilt.
It's my intention that the federal government will pay for the entire cost of reconstructing that bridge.
While the governor telling me he's met with the families of the missing.
It was heartbreaking. When you're working on a bridge, you don't think that's a dangerous place to work.
And what gives you hope?
The thing that continues to give me hope is a commitment that we made, that we are a place where we say we leave no one behind. And we made that commitment to the families, and we're going to continue searching.
All praise to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And I don't know exactly what I'm going to call this video. I will probably just entitle it Baltimore Bridge Collapses Due to Witchcraft. Baltimore Bridge Collapses Due to Witchcraft. Yeah, I'll make it a play on words. Anyway, Unless you've been hiding under a rock for the last week, 5 days or so, you already know by now about this bridge collapse in Baltimore, right? Now, to be fair, I played a regular news report from it, right? Because the news is playing it up, of course. And you have real lives that get lost when these things happen. You know, and we're in no way saying that the bridge didn't collapse. It's just under false pretenses because the news always reports this stuff. They run with the popular narrative. But upon further examination, you can clearly see, right, that there was something else going on. I'll just say it like that. Something else was going on. And I led off with this video, you know, of the explosions. Now you're gonna still have people that say no, it's just the steel snapped. That's the sparks that you saw. Okay, cool, whatever. If you want to believe that, I don't have a problem with that, because it just proves that you breathe out of your mouth and oxygen doesn't go to your brain, even though you breathing out of your damn mouth. You just don't believe your own eyes because you stuck in a Babylonian mind state, and we okay with that. Anyway, you can clearly see now, and like I said, this is not to say that lives were not lost, because when these setup events happen, we know that lives are lost, that people die. That's because the elites deem you as useless eaters, or that you're not important to their grand scheme of things and what they're doing. So this really was just another enchantment, more witchcraft. That's all it was to it. I mean, I can't make you believe that. We just here to get a report and to filter it through the scriptures. And we do know that the New World Order crowd uses things like this for their agenda. This is Revelation 12 and verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. These individuals, these are New World Order individuals, the illuminated ones and the powers that be, they run these elaborate games and hoaxes on people. They make you think that a ship, right? They give you something for your eyes to explain away, right? Meanwhile, their sleight of hand is working. Now, when you look at this term devil, it's the term in the Greek diabolos or diabolos. What does it mean? Devil, false accuser, slanderer. Prone to slander, slanderous, accusing falsely. Down here in definition 2, metaphor applied to a man who, by opposing the cause of the Most High, may be said to act the part of the devil or to side with him. This is why we tell you that the so-called white man Esau is the devil. He's the devil. All right, one of the main devil on the earth in the flesh, empowered by the spiritual demon Satan, with his lying wonders, with his deceitful works, things that he shows you. Did he just have his news media run the stories, tell you about the people that died, make you believe that it's real? The people that died are real, sure, for the most part. But even then, a lot of times you have what's known as crisis actors, but we won't go too far into it because most of you people out there, you too damn dumb to believe anything. Anyway, to the wise, to those that are in the know, you know this was nothing more than just another level of witchcraft. All right, that's all. That's all it is. And these people are hurrying up, and we glad that they're moving in their, in what they're doing, because now you're gonna have trade routes, right? 15,000 people can't go to work. You got the fear out there of people. You got a lot of things going into what they're doing. So we glad that something happened, and we pray with this eclipse and other things that are going on. We pray that something more happens. We couldn't be more excited. But for you people that don't believe, we don't expect you to believe, and we don't care. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. See, they speeding up with their plans. Or you know what? They may not even be speeding up. They may be just moving forward with their plans. It's nothing more than witchcraft. It's an agenda. This is Isaiah 29, verse 15 says, woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord, and their works are in the dark, and they say, who seeth us and who knoweth us? These are the illuminated ones, the elites, the international bankers. You see, they run these elaborate things, but people are catching on. Nobody really was fooled by it. You got your standard, regular, everyday person. They, oh my God, the bridge collapsed. You really believe that a boat ran into one of two pillars on a bridge and the whole damn bridge collapsed? Come on now. You don't really believe that, do you? Even the way that it collapsed, even when I saw it, when I saw it live or whatever, not live, but when you saw the footage. Once I saw the footage, I was never really fully convinced. It's just kind of weird the way it collapsed. And I think the reason why I didn't do a video right away initially is because I wanted to gather more info. I wanted to wait until, the internet and people had a chance to look at it and see the different videos and what they would say about it before I did a video. So finally, here's the video now. But this is just one bridge, right? And you're going to have, different media sites and different people going to say this and say that. But you ain't going to never see no bridge collapse that way based off of no one boat hitting it under one of the supports. You just ain't going to never see that. All right? And it is what it is. You can either believe it or not. It doesn't matter to us. It was a setup event, though. I'm going to tell you that right now. Let's get Isaiah 47. These different witches and warlocks and magi of this society, they set these things up, for many different reasons. Whatever they did it for, it'll all come out eventually. Now, this is Isaiah 47. And I'm going to jump in here at verse. Just bear with me here. I did a word search on the word enchantments, which is another word for magic. Let's see, let's do it again. Enchant. And that's what this place majors in, enchantments. And it's just as a short video. Wasn't meant to be real long. Isaiah 47 and 9. We're going to start at verse 8. And speaking of Babylon the Great, the daughter of Babylon, which is America, it says, therefore hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures. Now, we read in Isaiah 29, they say, who seeth us and who knoweth us? Their plans are behind the scenes in the dark, but we know better. A lot of things that they're planning come out. Okay. With the advent of social media, internet, different truther sites and whatnot, people catch everything now. And basically the truth of the Bible also, we filter these things through to bring forth understanding to the Most High's elect. We're not concerned with all the Israelites. We're not concerned with everybody on the planet. We just want you brothers and sisters out there to be aware of what's going on. This was a coordinated, planned effort for whatever they're using it for. It could only be good for us. And we ain't worried about it like that. It's actually quite amusing. Again, therefore, hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that sayest in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. And this is what Babylon the Great believes. You people out there, you think like that. But more importantly, when it says they say in their heart, I am, these are those with the God complex, the illuminated ones, the powers that be. It said, but these two things shall come upon thee in a moment, in one day the loss of children and widowhood. They shall call upon thee in their perfection for the multitude of thy sorceries and for the great abundance of thine enchantments. And this is a witchcraft place, right? All these people ever did is use 52 fake outs. They use, their media and different stuff to compel you to think one way or another. Then we come with the truth and you still don't believe. So it is what it is. Now, when you look at the word enchantments, right? It says, let's see here. Definition 3, a magician, charmer, spell. Also a spell, charming, enchantment. Let's go a little further than that. Let's look up enchantment on the internet, see what we get. And that's all this was. It says a feeling of great pleasure, delight, the state of being under a spell, magic, right? And magic, down here it says magic. That's what enchantment is magic. Enchantment further, it says magic witchcraft, sorcery, wizardry, necromancy, conjuration, hypnotism, mesmerism, occultism, voodoo, the black arts, charms, spells, incantations, mojo, spell working, sortilege. That's good enough. So, you know, you saw what? Magic, witchcraft, sorcery. These people nothing more than a bunch of damn warlocks. And they use the media, right, to puppetize you people out there. And these enchantments are going to backfire eventually. But right now, they got you eating out of the palm of their hand. You know, when you saw that pandemic come, even though people really did die, that was a big enchantment to get you to move the way they wanted you to move. And then after that, what happened? A lot more people died because you were keen on their enchantments, which made you act. You let them put that stuff. You know, you took that stuff. Right after that, a lot more people died. So you know, it's always something that comes from these things. I ain't gonna say, you know, a whole lot on it. I mean, I said enough. Let's read verse 10. It says, "For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness. Thou hast said, none seeth me." See that? They say none see them. They think people don't know what's going on. And really, at the end of the day, now we're to the point where the elites in the New World Order crowd, they know that certain of us see it, but they know that those that don't see it or that are unconcerned are way more caught up in what's going on with Sean Diddy Combs and other things going on around the world than to really care about a bridge falling in Baltimore. But we see you. We see you. But they know that those that don't see far outweigh those that do see, or far outnumber, should I say. "For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee. And thou hast said in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me." The damn devils with a God complex. "Therefore shall evil come upon thee, thou shalt not know from whence it riseth, and mischief shall fall upon thee, thou shalt not be able to put it off, and desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. Stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries." See that? With your witchcraft. "Stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be thou shalt be able to profit, if so be thou mayest prevail. Thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee." Right. And nobody's going to be able to save you now. What I want to do, let's go to the NLT and read that. See what it gives us there. So this is Isaiah 47:8 from the NLT. It says, "Listen to this, you pleasure-loving kingdom." What's the pleasure-loving kingdom? America, Babylon the Great. "Living at ease and feeling secure. You say, I am the only one and there is no other. I will never be a widow or lose my children. Well, both these things will come upon you in a moment, widowhood and the loss of your children. Yes, these calamities will come upon you despite all your witchcraft and magic. You felt secure in your wickedness. No one sees me, you said. But your wisdom and knowledge have led you astray. And you said, I am the only one and there is no other. So disaster will overtake you and you won't be able to charm it away. Calamity will fall upon you and you won't be able to buy your way out. A catastrophe will strike you suddenly, one for which you are not prepared. Now, use your magical charms. Use the spells you have worked at all these years. Maybe they will do you some good. Maybe they can make someone afraid of you. All the advice you receive has made you tired. Well, all your astrologers, those stargazers who make predictions each month, let them stand up and save you from what the future holds. And hey, they won't be able to save you from what the future holds. The Heavenly Father is going to bring a nuclear judgment on Babylon the Great. All this bullshit going to be destroyed. And really, at the end of the day, you know who's going to suffer the most? You average, everyday people in Babylon the Great who don't listen to the prophets. You're going to suffer the most because the elites, they're going to escape. But you people in Babylon the Great, this is nothing. The devil has come down and you having great wrath. All right. And that's it. We're going to leave it right there. Stay tuned for more videos. We will see you soon, Lord willing. All praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Shalom.